Hello family and friends, this is Rob the Sapper Gardener representing Essayons Family Garden, and we want to welcome you to another edition of Essayons Family Kitchen, and we're going to be cooking up a recipe that we did a short of a week or two ago, DanDan Noodles. And DanDan Noodles are, the recipe itself is pretty simple to make. The hardest part is getting some of the ingredients. Some of them are maybe a little bit exotic, but they all go together to make a great noodle. And one of the things that I can say I'm thankful for is traveling and living in different places. And some of the places I've lived have had some authentic Chinese restaurants that had authentic Sichuan DanDan noodles, like in Pittsburgh or up in DC. There are so many wonderful restaurants that you can go to. So if you ever see this on a menu in a Chinese restaurant, I would urge you to try it. But today I'm going to show you how to make it at home. So I'm going to show you two different lists of ingredients. One is for the sauce itself. One is for the meat mixture that's going into it. So I'll show them both to you right now. So the first set of ingredients is for the sauce mixture. You're going to use some peanut oil if you have it, some dark soy sauce if you have it, and some dark Chinese vinegar if you have it. If not, you can substitute red wine vinegar. You're also going to use some fermented mustard greens. We ordered this off of Amazon, and I will put a list of that because that one was a little bit hard to find. We're going to sprinkle some scallions on top, and we're also going to use some chili oil. And we made this, but you can buy chili oil pretty much anywhere. So those are the ingredients for the sauce. Let's show you the ingredients for the meat mixture. Before we go on to the meat mixture, I'm always forgetting something. We're also going to use some Sichuan red peppercorns, which we're going to grind up and add into our sauce mix. And for the meat mixture, not quite as many ingredients. We're also going to use some dark soy sauce, a little bit of oil, and we're going to use some Shaoxing cooking wine, which was another one I actually ordered off of Amazon because I couldn't find it in our local grocery stores, but that'll be good. And a nice pork. You can ideally mince your own pork. We didn't feel like that, so we just got some ground pork. And once we get these two together, we're going to be serving them on some noodles that we're going to boil, then rinse in cold water, and plate up everything. So let me get everything going and we'll take you along. And we're going to add all our ingredients for our sauce together, and we're going to cook those on medium temperature for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then we're going to turn it off and let that sit. And while it's cooking, we're going to start our meat mixture over here. Brown your pork. Once it's brown, then you're going to add in the rest of your meat ingredients and cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. While your meat is browning, go ahead and drop your noodles in boiling water. Those take about 10 to 15 minutes. You want to check after 10 minutes to make sure they're your desired tenderness. When they are, you're going to take those out, drain the water off, and then you're going to rinse them in cold water. Once your pork or whatever meat you're using, you can actually cook this with beef or other meat mixtures, but we're trying to be traditional. We're going to add in our Shaoxing cooking wine and our dark soy sauce, and we're going to reduce the temperature just slightly to medium-low and continue to cook this while we wait for our noodles to cook and our sauce mixture to come together. family and friends, we are sitting down, and one thing I forgot to mention, we're also including this in the Cast Iron Wednesday challenge. The next challenge for the month is pork in a pan, and I think this would qualify as pork in a pan. So, full disclosure, this is my third time cooking DanDan at home. I've eaten it in restaurants before, as I said, in Pittsburgh, up in DC, mostly for lunch, and this taste is close as I think I could get to what I've gotten in the restaurants. And one great thing about cooking it at home, which is harder to do at the restaurant, you can't control the heat level, so whatever the chef does that day, that's what you got. So ours is nice and spicy. I got a little bit of that numbing in my mouth from the Sichuan peppercorn, but doesn't matter what I cook because I'm the chef. It matters what the family thinks. So let's start off with Mrs. SG. What do you think? Oh, her mouth is full, so we're going over to SK1. What do you think?
It's good.
Okay, is it better than the first two times?
This is the best.
This is the best? Okay, so I'm getting better with time, so by the time I cook it 1,000 times, it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
So
He copied what I needed to say. Good, better, best. So this is the best part.
okay, so I'm getting better at it. And what I will do, instead of putting down what we did today, I looked at a ton of different recipes online. The website that I based this one on with a couple of slight tweaks, I'll put that in the description instead of what I did, and then you can do what I did. You can look at her recipe, and then you can decide if there's something you can't find, you can substitute something, you know, or if you don't eat meat, you can actually even do this as a meatless recipe with just the noodles, the sauce, the other ingredients, or you could use tofu. But there's a million different ways to do DanDan. I looked at probably 20 websites, and each one the recipe was a little bit different. So I'm not gonna give you guys a mukbang moment with noodles because I don't want sauce dripping down my chin while I'm closing out. But I'm gonna go ahead and close SK2. What do you think about your meal?
Good.
You said it's good, so we're doing something, right? So, on behalf of the family here at Essayons Family Garden, we want to first thank our friends, Dee and Shovelhead8, Dee from Dee Tearz and Shovelhead8, who started the Cast Iron Cooking Challenge. And want to thank all the wonderful places out there that I've eaten DanDan Noodles at before. So, God bless our great country, America, you, wherever you reside around the world, your garden, your harvest, your kitchen, your meals, and especially your family that have health, success, and prosperity as we have. Take care. Zap her out. And
SK2 out.
boom!
And the boom!
Take care, everyone.